I came here to talk to you. I'm breaking the silence about addiction today. And I'm so mad! You can't even imagine how mad I am. And yes, just don't get worried. I'm acting a little here. I'm acting out this feeling that I feel that makes me so mad at myself because I'm a freaking addict. So, I'm an addict. And I'm telling you this, I'm breaking the silence because it's messing me up to not be sharing more with you guys. Because you know why I'm not sharing more with you? Probably. Part of the reason, maybe not the whole reason, is that I'm still addicted to things. I always try to be so healthy. I'm like living a lifestyle that is pretty much different than almost anybody I've ever met. I'm extreme. Like I really have taken my whole natural health regime to the extreme. And you could say that's good or bad, but I like what I'm doing with that. Like I'm an experiment and I'm learning from it. And I want to share that message because I do think it's a good one. And I'm a good experiment, so you can see if it's for you or not. But for a year and a half, I've been vegan, meaning 100% vegan for a year and a half. Since 1996, I have been vegetarian or vegan or raw foodist, off and on, meaning very strict vegetarian, very purist vegetarian most of the time, at the very least, but many of that time was vegan or even 100% raw food. So, my problem here now is that I've given up almost all of my addictions, and I don't even want to call them mine, because they're not my addictions, but addictions. These stupid, horrible habits that basically just steal your life away from you and keep you focused on them, and they're like a bottomless pit. And I know some people can handle some things that other people can't handle them, and for whatever reason it is, I seem to have a very difficult time handling anything that is like a drug. And so if it makes me feel woohoo in any way, then I basically just lose control and I want to have more of it. And so I'm going to show you what I'm talking about right now. And you might laugh, but because it might not even be serious to you, but there's these two things. One of them is this. This is one of them. You know what I did with this morning? I toasted it. I toasted raw cacao because I wanted to have it differently. I wanted to make something special out of it. That's how addicted I am to these kind of drugs. And I took it and I toasted it in the oven, and then I ground it up in a coffee grinder, and then I put it in a coffee maker even with a brown paper filter, you know, trying to get away from the bleached white ones. I mean, look I'm going to this extreme, even with these addictions, to make them pure. And I made a whole quart of this. Probably used about, I don't know, at least an ounce of a 16-ounce bag of chocolate nibs, organic raw chocolate nibs, to make this like coffee drink that is actually just cacao. Then I put some organic sucanat in it, and I put some organic soy milk, and which is a very simple soy milk. It doesn't even have any fortification, meaning there's no extra vitamins in it. It's really just soy milk, soybeans and filtered water. That's it. And okay, got me all amped up. But you would think that if I was going to have that much of some type of an addiction, if it was just something that was a treat for me, then I would be able to stop at that. But no. Then I had to make myself another quart of another addiction that's the same line of things. And it's this right here. Look, see, I'm going to show you up close. This right here. It's yerba mate. It has all kinds of minerals in it that are good for you. This one's organic. It's like the very best kind you can get. It's like totally green. It's completely unsmoked. It's air dried. It's like the only brand I know, pretty much, that I know of, really, that is really true green yerba mate. That is the best yerba mate that you can get. But why can't I just have an 8-ounce or a 12-ounce cup of it? Why would I have to have a quart of it along with a quart of some chocolate drink? It's because I'm an addict. And because I'm an addict, I keep bouncing around like a yo-yo. One day I'm here trying to share the message of health, and the next day I'm feeling bad about myself because I haven't got myself perfected. And it's obvious, none of us have perfected ourselves, so I don't really expect perfection from myself, but I'm mad. I'm mad about this thing. I'm mad about the fact that I'm a slave to these addictions. And if you know who I am and you've watched my videos, you know that I've given up marijuana, I've given up coffee, I've given up a number of things, and I pretty much eat 100% vegan diet which is almost 100% organic almost all the time, with almost out any exceptions at all. No exceptions to the vegan, but once in a while an exception to the organic. So I'm upset about this, and that's why I'm sharing with you. I'm breaking the silence. I'm letting you know that I'm struggling with this thing because I want to talk with you. I want to share with you, even if I'm not perfect. And just to give you a little more to this story, it was Easter recently. What was it? 2 weeks ago. So for 40 days before Easter, for Lent in the Catholic Church, I gave up chocolate and yerba mate. I pretty much was almost completely had stopped having chocolate anyway, just because it's not really that good for you, and there's a lot of things that can be in chocolate that are not good for you that you might not be aware of, like high levels of cadmium, for example. And you can watch my other video about chocolate and what's not good about it if you want to know more about that. But I had pretty much just stopped having that for the most part, except for on a rare occasion. And the yerba mate, it was there, but for 40 days I didn't have it, and guess what? I started to feel really, really good. First it was a struggle because I wanted that thing, but as time went by, I really just started to feel the joy of life again, and like a clear vessel, which sounds funny to me to say, but that's what it's like. It's like really just feeling kind of good and clear. And I even thought to myself, you know what, maybe I will never have these things again because I seem to be doing good without them, and I don't really miss them, and I feel better. I feel consistent is the best way to put it. Now, did I have some issues? Sure. Challenges come up, probably because I'm an addict. When I stop to have addictions, then I stop to run, and I have to face the reality that, things are not perfect in my life. Not complaining about that. I'm working on making that better all the time. And I certainly have a lot to be thankful for. So don't think I'm playing the sad person who's a victim. I'm just saying that I have some things to work out. But these things right here have kept me a slave, and I don't want to be a slave to them. Now, I'm not ready to say that I'm never going to have them again, because if I say that, I know I'm going to struggle. But I'm definitely ready to do something about it. And I'm going to keep you informed on what that is exactly, and I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know how this addict thing is going with me so that you have an idea. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you, since I haven't been sharing as much lately, and for anybody out there who has a problem with addiction, just know that you can overcome your addictions. I've overcome many of them. But if you're an addict, you might always be an addict, meaning that you might have to kind of stay away from everything, or at least find your lesser of evils. And if your life is great, but you have coffee, or your life is great, but you drink your mate, whatever, good for you that you're living the life that you want to live, and that thing is something that maybe keeps you from doing something that's a lot worse for you. So I'm not saying that you should just give up everything, or that everybody needs to, because not everybody does. But if you're an addict and you really want to live the life of your dreams, if you really want to face yourself and face what it is that maybe is holding you back, then it could be a good thing to just give it all up. I'm really considering that just because of my particular situation and because of how angry I've been, because of the fact that I am a slave to these stupid things that I didn't even have for a long time, thought I was going to give up, and then I have it again, and I'm like, oh, okay, yep, here I go. Oh, this is good. I need to have more. You know how the story of addiction goes, right? So, love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.